Hello everyone, I'm Rupert.
And I'm Redbeard.
That's Rupert's Beard. Today's video we have the Doffy list that won our little battle. The OP01 Doffy updated post-ban list. Before we get a whole lot further into that, if you like it, don't forget the like button, don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can see whenever more stuff goes up, like when we go live for the live stream.
Yep.
Don't forget to hit that comment button to leave us a comment.
Yeah, and we are, I think, at the time of recording 6 away from the live stream.
That's one more than last time.
Yep, so more of that will be announced as we get there. I'll post on the Twitter, and then we'll try to have like a little... Might just do a YouTube short being like, hey, this is a set day for those of you who don't want to follow us on Twitter. Which I don't blame you, Twitter's terrible. I mean...
No, what do you mean? Yeah, of course, it doesn't even exist anymore.
That's true.
Yeah. Just like MySpace.
I miss you, Tom.
Nah. he gave us everything and he asked for nothing in return.
Now we'll go ahead and get started. So first off, we use the leader, OP01 Doffy, Donquixote Doflamingo.
Shocker.
It's a 5k power, 5 life, mono blue. Dawn 2, when attacking, tap 1 Dawn. Look at the top card. Reveal the top card of your deck. That card is a 7 Warlords with C-type character with a cost of 4 or less. You may play that card rested. So, easy way to just get a big old board with him. And we'll show you some cards that'll really help you get there. First, we got Sengoku. I got one alt art.
Yeah.
It is a 1-drop 2k, 1k counter. Navy, on play. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Reveal up to 1/7 Warlords of the Sea type card. Add it to your hand, and then place rest in bottom deck in any order. Card is somewhat relevant for... It can add events. But he is a Warlord Searcher. Very good card. Helps you get to your pieces.
He looks cool.
He does look cool. Next, Buggy. It's a 1-drop, 2k, 2k counter. 7 Warlords Sea, Buggy Pirates. What is it? Buggy's Delivery?
Yeah, Buggy's Delivery Service.
Okay.
That's why he's a Yonko now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
On play, look at 3 cards top of your deck. Place them top and bottom of the deck in any order. So, he's a 2k counter that's searchable. And on play, helps you stack your deck for Doffy's effect. Speaking of stacking your deck, for Perona. Perona is a 1-drop, 2k, 1k counter, Thriller Bark. On play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck and place them top or bottom of the deck in any order. So, helps you really get your whole board set up. One key thing about this, you do get to know the top cards of your deck. However, you have to remember the top cards of your deck. Very important.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Speaking of knowing the top card of your deck, Marshall D. Teach. 2-drop, 3k, 1k counter, 7 Warlords of the Sea and Blackbeard Pirates. Activate main once per turn. You may place 1 card from your hand, top of your deck. Give up to 2 rested Dawn cards to your leader or one of your characters. So, you go first. Turn 2, slap him down. Stack any Warlord you need on top. Attach the 2 Dawn you just tapped to play Teach onto Doffy. Swing Doffy, tap your 3rd Dawn, play a dude.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yep.
It's in the structure deck. That's the reason it wasn't banned.
Yep. Next is Pudding, the Hand Equalizer. 4-drop, 4k, 1k counter. Big Mom Pirate. On play, your opponent returns all cards from their hand to their deck, then shuffle their deck. Then your opponent draws 5 cards. So if your opponent is just stacking and stacking a bunch of cards in their hand...
No, they're not.
Not anymore.
Yep.
Next, I really like this card. Trafalgar Law, 4-drop, 4k, 2k counter, 7 Warlords of the Sea, and Heart Pirate. Activate main, you may return this character to the owner's hand. If your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, your opponent places 1 card from their hand at the bottom of the deck. So, if you have to stack this with Doffy and play it, even if they don't have 6 cost, bounce to hand, they don't have 6, oh no, you got 2k counter back in hand.
Yeah, oh no, free card. Anyway.
So, worst case scenario, it is just a free 2k that you can get off Doffy's effect. That's why I really like him.
Makes sense. I've never thought about him like that, but that makes sense.
Next, 3 Gecko Muria. I remember when this card was expensive.
Yeah.
4-drop, 5k, 1k counter. 7 Warlords C and Thriller Bark. On play, add up to 1/7 Warlords of the Sea or Thriller Bark Pirate type character with a cost of 4 or less other than himself from your trash to your hand. So, you need to recycle a piece, slap him down, recycle it. You can also grab Perona. Kind of funny. I have never done that. It is funny to do, though.
Yeah.
Next, one of the best cards on the deck outside of Law, and outside of Teach, this is Law, is Trafalgar Law. Shocker. He's a 4-drop 5k, 1k counter, 7 Warlords of the Sea, and Heart Pirate. On play, you may return one of your characters to the owner's hand. If your leader has the 7 Warlords of the Sea, which you do, type, return up to one character with a cost of 4 or less to the owner's hand. So you can Doffy effect, play him, on play, bounce him, bounce one of their cards, or play, bounce your 2k back to hand with Buggy, and then bounce one of their dudes. He's a very good card.
Yeah.
He's great in the mirror match. Slap him down, bounce their board, stack him with Teach, do it again. Next, Dracula Mihawk. Very good card. He's a 4-drop 5k, 2k counter, 7 Warlords of the Sea. Don 1 when attacking, draw 2 and trash 2. So he's a 2k counter that's searchable, and he also filters out cards, getting some dead cards out of your hand. If you can't use Pudding, ditch it. If you don't need any more card stacks like Perona, ditch them. Filter for more cards you need.
Yeah.
Like this good card. All four are Judge Stamp, by the way.
Ooh.
Ooh, fancy. Edward Weevil. 4-drop, 6k, 7 Warlords of the Sea. On play, draw a card. Basic ability. Very simple.
But when it's free.
When it's as easy to play for basically nothing, thanks to Teach and your leader.
For literally one Dawn, Teach is already on board.
It's a draw one card and get a 6k body.
Yeah, and even if your opponent swings at it because it comes in tapped, doesn't matter. It's basically a blocker then.
Yep. You do in this deck prefer to protect your board.
Well, yeah.
However, it's still a instant replenish. It's basically Dawn 1, draw a card and get a 6k body.
Yeah.
Next, I only have one of the very nice art.
Boo.
Boo, hiss, etc.
Yeah.
But it's Boa Hancock, 4-drop, 6k, 7 Warlords of the Sea, and Kucha Pirates. She has blocker, is almost never a blocker. And on play, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, place them top, bottom of the deck in any order, then give up to 1 Rested Dawn card to your leader, to one of your 7 Warlords of the Sea type character or leader. So you Doffy, slap her down, look at top 3, put them back, attach Dawn however you want. Very good. Makes it easy to get some more aggression. And she can be a blocker. I have almost never used her as a blocker.
See, my favorite and least favorite thing that I always remember about this deck is if you cheat her out with Doffy's swing, you can just make Doffy 8k, and if your opponent doesn't notice, that's a free attack.
It's very nice.
Yeah, I've not noticed multiple times on the game. It's like, why did my 2k work? Why is he 8k?
Happens.
Yeah, it really does.
Next, Jozu. 6-drop 7k, Whitebeard Pirate, 1k counter. On play, you may return one of your characters other than this character to the owner's hand. Return up to one character with a cost of 6 or less to your owner's hand. I'll be honest, I'm thinking about dropping these for the structure deck Doffy, the one that just bounces on play.
I mean, honestly, it's searchable.
It's searchable. I feel like it's better.
Yeah.
However, if you don't have access to it, this is just a rare.
I mean, yeah. And it can ban, it bounces back your 2Ks.
Yep. Next, I don't know how I feel about this spicy tech I put in here.
Yeah.
It's Kaido. 10 drop, 12k, on play. Draw 4 cards if your opponent has 3 or less life cards. He is a 4 Emperors and Animal Kingdom Pirate. It can just instantly just slap down, big threatening body, get you back in the game. But that's also your whole turn. It is fun to do, especially if you're in a situation you can. But every time I've used it, it felt like I win more card.
I mean, I could see that.
So it's definitely a card. I don't know what I would replace it with yet, but definitely a card I would probably drop. Probably more of the defensive cards we're about to get into.
Like another one of those, maybe?
Not this card, but
No?
Perfume Femina, 2-drop.
Alright, Megamind's dead.
7 Warlords of the Sea and Creature Pirates. Main. Select up to one of your 7 Warlords of the Sea type leader or character cards, and that card gains plus 2k power during this turn. Then if the selected card attacks during this turn, your opponent cannot activate blocker. Game ender. Pretty good card, searchable. And you stack your deck so much you're going to see it whenever you need it.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I was thinking that was the counter one.
A card that you could definitely drop, add Kaido, or drop Kaido to add. I know how to talk.
Yeah, I don't believe you. I'm going to need some more proof.
It's Red Rock. 6-drop, Gum Red Rock, main. Place up to one character at the bottom of the owner's deck. Straw Hat Crew. Oh, yes. Oh, I forgot. This triggers draw card. And this triggers place one character cost of 4 or less bottom of the owner's deck. What is funny is this trigger is a good out to the mirror because they hit.
And like most of your deck is under 4.
Yep. Because the mirror, like 90% of your deck is under 4.
Yeah.
So you just bot deck. Very funny. Very good. This is probably the one I think I would drop Kaido to bump up on is Gravity Blade Raging Tiger. 7-drop. Place up 2 characters with a cost of 6 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck in any order. Trigger. Place 1 character with a cost of 5 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck. The reason I think I would drop Kaido for another one of these, a lot of what I've seen seems to be pretty swarmy.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of decks that will play 6 or less costs, just a lot of them. If your meta is different and your meta is a lot of big bodies, obviously bump up Gum Red Rock. But my meta is mostly a bunch of little bodies. If your meta is very swarmy, one more of this. If your meta is very top heavy, one more of this. If your meta is very top heavy, especially if it's green with Kid, more of this.
Yeah, Kid's definitely something.
Kid is a hard card to beat in this deck. I know, it's very surprising when your biggest body is 6k most of the time.
Yeah.
But Red Rock, probably one of the best cards if you have a lot of kids. That's a weird statement. If you have a lot of Green Captain Kid or big zoo decks like Katakuri.
Yeah, Katakuri would be pretty good for it.
Or if you're up against probably a lot of Shanks.
Yeah, I can see Shanks. Well, it's late game, definitely. Early game, Gravity Blade hits most of it. It doesn't hit Beckman, I guess, right?
Well, no, it doesn't hit Beckman. I think Beckman's 7.
I think he is too. Other than that, I think it hits, other than Beckman and Shanks, I think it hits the majority of it, though.
It doesn't hit Beckman, it doesn't hit Shanks, which Shanks kills your deck.
Well, yeah. It hits Lucky Roo.
Shanks,
oh, it bot decks Lucky Roo, too, so it gets around that. That's nice.
Silver's Rayleigh.
Yeah, the little one. The big one you have to use Red Rock on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was still going over Gravity Blade.
That's what I'm saying. I was also saying Red Rock is the one that you want to use in Shanks.
Oh, well, yeah, the big stuff.
Because they slap a Roger down, you don't have any way to real way to deal with that. They slap Shanks down, don't have a way to deal with that. They slap Dragon down, you don't have a way to deal with that.
I mean, true. In some cases, they slap Dragon down if you're just that you don't have to deal with.
I mean, Dragon and Roger both, but
yeah.
But Shanks is a real counter to this deck. 10-drop Shanks reduces your power by 1,000 across the board.
Yeah, and with a bunch of 5Ks, who would have guessed that would be bad?
Yeah, a bunch of 5 or 6, it's crazy. 1 Shanks, and if they have 2 Open Dawn, I think you just lose because it's Red Hawk.
Oh yeah, they just they just kill whatever you don't attack with.
Yeah, you're like, all right, I'll swing. Okay, tap 2 Dawn, or Shanks effect, -1 on Weevil, 2 Dawn, Red Hawk 2, kill.
Yep.
But if you're up against big decks, bump this up. Honestly, bump this up. It wouldn't be terrible in general, but if you're up against a bunch of weenie decks, bump this up. Probably drop Jozu for 2 to 3 of the Doffies. If you don't, I haven't tested the Doffy out yet. I do think it'd be better. If you don't like that many Dofis, just drop one of the Jozus and the Kaido, bump up each of these up one more, so that we have 3-3. Outside of that, I think the deck works pretty well. There's still obviously other warlords that you can tech in. Depending what your meta is, like Crocodile.
Yeah, Crocodile's not bad. I was sitting there trying to remember what the good ones are.
Yeah.
Other than what's here.
But I think this list works pretty well, minus dropping these. But I wanted to give you exactly what we played. And since I haven't tested with those, I didn't want to give that out. I just want to say, hey, this is my thoughts, what I'm probably going to be doing.
Just put them in there. Don't test them. Absolutely awful.
Perfect. But that is the list. We hope you like it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to leave us a comment, like if you build Doffy, what your list looks like, or what changes you'd make. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can see when the live stream goes up and whenever we start announcing more about that giveaway at 300.
Yep, so don't forget to subscribe so we definitely get to both of those.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Adios.